well. There are people who have concessions, small scale miners who have been granted a license, granted concession to actually mine. These people are how do you say it? There's a system where these people they make sure that these people do the right things. The Galamsey people are out of the books. That is why they do whatever they want. You understand? And then we are also supposed to understand that the people who are even engaged in small scale mining is the government doing its part to make sure that the system that they've put in place are being followed through the way it's supposed to be followed through. You understand? I don't think Galamsey is the only reason why the water bodies are that bad. I do think that even for the small scale mines and these people who have a license, because I think at a particular point in time they just withdrew all the license for all mining, small scale mining, even at a point, because they wanted to sanitize the system a little bit. They put things in place. So if this situation has reared its head again, then it begs the question, even apart from Galamsey, like, what is the volume? Are you telling me that the people who are doing Galamsey are doing more mining than the large scale mines, than the small scale mines? Are you telling, is that the case?
But I think, like you said, they have gone through the right processes.
Yeah, the right processes. But how are we even sure that the systems that are put in place, we know how Ghana goes. You understand that the systems that are being put in place are actually making sure that the A and B that we say you shouldn't do, you're actually doing it. We see the situation even when it comes to fuel, that they do once a while, they do a check and they tell us that the fuel that we are buying is this, is that, and people are selling and then like they're not selling the quantities that they are advertising and all of those things. So it just tells you that in our system, and these are evidence to this, they've been to several pump stations and they can tell that, okay, this machine has been adjusted, it has been recalibrated, this and this. So it tells you that the Ghanaian system, Ankasano, sometimes it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. So I don't think, yes, the Galamsey people, it's very important that we put a stop to it, because that is what the president also told us, that he can put his presidency on the line to make sure that Galamsey actually stops. But what about the small scale miners? Are we also making sure that those people are actually following the procedure they are supposed to follow? Are they doing the right things? Are they also contributing to destroying our water bodies or not? You understand? All those questions are also supposed to come in line. But it looks like the impression that has been created is everybody involved in mining is actually a Galamsey person. You understand? And I don't think that is actually true. So today is 3rd, right?
2nd.
Today is 2nd. Okay, so it looks like tomorrow is the day that they will be going for their demonstration. I'm sure a lot of people will be more interested this time. A lot of people will come on the streets, and to make sure that some of their voices are heard. And then I do think that it will be very important that this time we'll hear a lot more from them than that they were arrested, than that this was done to them. I do think that there's a lot of distraction in this whole campaign. To a certain extent, there's a lot of distraction. Today is Shatawale, tomorrow is J-Bad, tomorrow is the personalities involved is too much. I do think that the message that they're trying to put across should be put across in the way that it's supposed to put across, and it will be very imperative if this particular menace actually is dealt with. But with the way it benefits a lot of people in the ecosystem, it will be a very difficult thing to put a stop to. Very difficult. Very difficult.
Almost impossible.
Almost. You need someone with a very strong will who would make sure that things are done right. And there is a way to regularize. I think the NDC did say that when they come, they are try to do things in a certain way. I don't know how possible that would be, but there is a way to try to regularize these people. I think the most important thing is I don't think the most dangerous thing is the mining. I think it's the way they go about it. You understand? Because of how it is structured. So if instead of you have people, one individual or two individuals getting this concession here, why don't you bulk them and try to organize them in a way that you can control them? I think the control that is non-existent, that is what is actually causing the problem. So if they can actually put them in a way that they can be controlled, and then things will be done rightly, then I do think that and we would see a headway to it. But with how things are going as at now, and so many names are getting involved and this and that, you know, Shatawale, this and that and that, and Shatawale is talking about the fact that people are advertising his mining company. At this point in time, he's not even mentioned a mining company to us. People are saying that he's being sarcastic about it and all of these things. I do think that we are removing the conversation from the most salient points, you know, and then we are dabbling a lot of personality, you know, cults and all of these back and forth. I don't think it's important for the cause at this moment. I think the most important thing is that we all manage to say no to Galamsey. I think that's something that everyone can agree to. You understand that we say no to Galamsey, but in as much as we are saying no, we have to give alternative ways that these things can be dealt with. You understand? Absolutely. So I do really think that that's the way that we are supposed to go with this. Yeah.